Welcome everybody on this glorious Monday morning. Glorious because the Steelers snuck into the playoffs. Yay! Yeah, my Steeler hat on, my Steeler coat, my Steeler sweatshirt, my Steeler No, I don't have Steeler underwear. I have Steeler socks. But whoa, what a ride that was yesterday. All the way till after midnight last night just to make sure they made it into the playoffs, and they did. Woo! But hey, we're not looking at that. We're looking at another exciting moment in the life of Jesus. In the Gospel of John, it's one of the first things that happens to Jesus, and that is coming up this Sunday. We celebrate that incident of Jesus changing the water into wine. Oh, we like to joke about it all the time, but for the Gospel of John, and we'll talk about this later in the week, that's a very important and pivotal, even though it's at the beginning, it really sets the scene for the entire rest of the gospel. So we'll talk about that. But hey, what about our psalm coming up for this coming Sunday? Psalm 36. It's a short it's not a short psalm. Yeah, it's not all that long, but we're only going to read a part of it, and I would like to read that to you because you really have to hear it. It's awesome. Psalm 36, verses 5 through 10. Your steadfast love, O Lord, extends to the heavens, your faithfulness to the clouds. Your righteousness is like the mighty mountains, and your judgments are like the great deep. You save humans and animals alike, O Lord. How precious is your steadfast love, O God. All people may take refuge in the shadow of your wings. They feast on the abundance of your house, and you give them drink from the river of your delights. For with you is the fountain of life. In your light we see light. Oh, continue your steadfast love to these who know you, and your salvation to the upright of heart. It's a great portion of the psalm, and it talks about that thing we've talked about before, the chesed, the steadfast love of God, his faithfulness toward us, and that's a big part of the Older Testament from start to finish. And it talks about the very nature and character of God. He's somebody who loves us no matter what. I mean, yeah, he gets a little upset like any good parent would, but he just keeps coming back time and time again to help us, to be there for us, to bless us, just like a good parent would do, right? Well, what's interesting about this, I think this portion of the psalm was chosen for this Sunday because of the connection it sort of has with Jesus changing the water into wine, talking about drinking of the abundance that is provided by God because of his steadfast love for us. Maybe that's the connection. I'm not really sure, but it fits anyhow. But what's interesting is you need to keep this portion of the psalm in its proper context, because the first 4 verses and then the last couple of verses, they're a lament. You know what a lament is? It's one of these, oh man, God, I'm in trouble. Please come rescue me. Why is this happening to me? You know, it's that sort of thing. And it talks, the first part, about all the wicked people out there and how those who are wicked, they just don't give a rip. They don't care. That's just not part of their nature, and they're just plain downright mean people. And evidently, they must be being mean to the psalmist at this point. So it starts out in a down note, the first 4 verses, and then all of a sudden, boom, in the midst of it is this praise to God for just how awesome God is and how wonderful he is. And it's literally the Lord God, Adonai Elohim in the Hebrew, the Lord God. So why the sudden change? And then at the very, very end, it's once again, it kind of reverts back just a little bit to what he was saying earlier. Don't let the foot of the arrogant tread on me, or the hand of the wicked drive me away. There the evildoers lie prostrate. They are thrust down, unable to rise. In other words, God, please rescue me And I know you're going to do it. They're going to be put under your feet. And that's how the psalm ends. So it could be a psalm that was written for people going through a really rough time. But even if you just take the middle part, like we're going to do this Sunday, it's a beautiful psalm of praise that you could use in a worship service. Thanking God for just everything He's about in this world, everything that He is to this world, His created world. I like the little line in there, how He's there for everybody, including all the animals. So yes, Ralph, all dogs go to heaven. Or Sam, or Jennifer, or whoever has a favorite pet who just passed away. All dogs go to heaven. No, that's not written in there, but that's what I see, and hopefully you see it too. God's blessings be with you. Read this Psalm 36, especially verses 5 through 10. They're just full of good stuff for you and for me. God's blessings be with you this day.